It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hello and welcome back to the Expresso Garage. It's another week and that means we have another car for you here. In fact, we have two cars this morning and we have two presenters. But Kat will be joining us in just a moment to chat about
Are you trying to steal my job?
There you are.
Because I was supposed to have done that intro, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, good to see you, my brother. Let's get into it. I've been saying the battle of the 4x4s all along, but it's actually the battle of the SUVs, the Ford Kuga versus the Mitsubishi ASX. But let's start over here first.
No, so the Ford Kuga, what it does is it runs around town. It looks really, really good and it picks up young men. No, I'm joking. This is the Kuga. Let's not get it confused with anything else. And this isn't a new Kuga, but it does have a new engine. They've ditched the 1.6-litre turbo, which this car shared with the Fiesta ST, and they've put in a 1.5-litre turbo, which uses more fuel.
Okay, but how is that making sense? Is it supposed to be more environmentally friendly if you're going for smaller engines like that?
You'd think so, right? But unfortunately, my test unit's averaging 11.5 to the 100, which isn't particularly good. But I have only driven it in town, which does count.
There we go.
And it is brand new, so hopefully it runs in a little bit. I think I'm one of the first journalists to drive this. So the Ford, however, does remain seriously good to drive. This is super comfortable, this thing.
All right, that's what you want as well when you're driving around town. In those long hours sat in traffic, you need comfort.
Exactly, and in this particular model, the trend, everything is electric. Everything, the seats are electric. It's even got this Ford Sync system, which, you know Apple's Siri? When you talk to Siri? Yeah, it's nothing like that, because it actually works.
Hey, that's a pretty good conversation with Siri.
So what it'll do is it'll scan your iPod, for instance, and then you can just say to it, hey, play Katy West, Katy Perry, rather. I was going to say Kanye West.
That's terrible.
I smashed up Kanye West and Katy Perry there. And it'll just play it. You just talk, you ask for it. And
that
it just
is brilliant.
Happens.
Yeah. But you know what I think everyone hates, especially like right now that it's raining outside. When you've gone grocery shopping, it's raining outside, you're carrying all of these bags, trying to get them in the boot. I think Ford might have actually found a solution to that.
I think they have.
Take a look at this. Imagine that, dude. Ultimate convenience.
Hey,
now you've got to love it.
Just a little underneath there.
So now that you're bumping up some Katy West in your car, how much are you going to be forking out for this beauty?
Okay, cool. This is a new front-wheel drive auto. It's one of the brand new models, actually. 371,000 for this, but the whole range starts at 320,000, which I actually think is very good value. It's quite a big car, this.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So from messing around in the outback with a Ford Kuga, let's take a look at the Mitsubishi ASX.
Moving on now. This looks good, doesn't it? It's just been refreshed for the 2015 model year, and they've added little things that add to the aesthetics, like black roof racks, and there's daytime running lights on the bumper as well. It still has the same 2-litre engine. It still has 7 airbags as well, which is quite impressive. But I think the engine needs to go now. It's feeling a bit old. Okay. Yeah, it feels bulletproof, I must be honest. Feels like it'll last forever, but you have to work it to get the power out of it, and it's more like a hot hatch than than an SUV.
I hear, so performance-wise, it's a bit disappointing in regards to what we've just spoken about here.
No, definitely, the world has moved on a bit. However, continuing with the hot hatch theme, this does have the craziest sound system I've ever come across in a car. It's got a subwoofer this big in the back.
That comes pre-installed if you look at the next
in this particular GLS model, it's got this massive Rockford Fosgate sound system, which you control with a touchscreen. So now, obviously, you're used to smartphones and maybe you're used to touchscreen in another car. This touchscreen is typically Japanese in that it's absolutely rubbish. Everyone
he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Everyone says Japan is so advanced and they've got vending machines which serve you nappies and all the rest of it. But this touchscreen is terrible. Why can't they just make a touchscreen? Anyway, it works. And it's got all the connectivity that you could want, so Bluetooth and USB and all the rest of it.
But I mean, if we compare it to what we just spoken about right now, so far cry from reaching up to those kinds of levels.
The game has moved on. So if I was buying new, they are sort of similarly priced, but I would go for the Ford. But I looked online, 2.5-year-old version of this with about 50,000 Ks on the clock goes for about 200 grand. And that is a bargain.
Yes, indeed.
All this car for 200 grand and the balance of the service plan.
Man, we love you for driving these cars and we hate you for doing it too. Thank you very much, my good brother.
Absolute
there
pleasure.
There we go. Yeah, your little review of the Mitsubishi ASX versus the Ford Kuga. With my choice, I'll go right here in the Outback, mate. But yeah, you and what else is coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show?